Welcome to the ABCs today.
Welcome to the ABCs of Home Organization, the podcast that simplifies home management, one letter and habit at a time. I'm your host, Stephanie King, your go-to gal for all things decluttering and home organizing. Thank you so much for joining me. This podcast is all about breaking down home organization into bite-sized, doable habits. Inspired by my book, ABCs of Home Organization, each episode gives you quick, actionable steps to clear the clutter, build routines that stick, and turn your space into a home that empowers you. Whether your home feels like chaos or you just want a little refresh, you're in the right place. We're here to simplify your world, elevate your mindset, and give you back your time so you can focus on what really lights you up. Hit play, subscribe, and let's get this transformation started. Your beautifully organized life starts now.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to our final episode of the ABCs of Home Organization. This has been a year in the making, essentially, of being here, and we started broadcasting live at the end of January on the 29th, and essentially the ABCs are about a book that I wrote, taking everyone back to the basics of home organization. And each letter is a different organizing principle. And so each podcast became about the letter. And so like A is for assigning a home, which is the most vital aspect of organizing. And so this is our final episode. And I want to thank everyone. If you've watched 5 minutes or just commented or you sent me a text and you've watched an episode, I thank you so much for just being with me and supporting me in this. And I do truly appreciate it. I think home organizing changes lives, and so this is absolutely amazing. The podcast itself, so fun, love it, want to continue doing that, but we've transitioned to Soulstice Living, and we're doing a quick intro, before we bring you in. Yeah,
I'm listening.
And Soulstice Living has just kind of been birthed from the need to help our clients on a deeper level, and so we have always done the decluttering and the physical organizing with clients, but now I want to help them also with the internal clutter. And so with Soulstice Living, we're delving into just the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual side, as well as that environmental. And I hope to do another podcast, probably not until January of next year, but we're going to be interviewing. So this is different women who have kind of stepped outside of the box and are doing different healing modalities in their own life. And so this is a preview of potentially what is to come of the interview status. So we'll get to that. And then, so we are blending home organization with energy work, the healing, and spiritual connection. So follow us, and we'll go through all of those at the end of what exactly we are incorporating. Today was going to be live in Kevin's house, his mom's house as well, and we're going to do a big reveal, but we are in slight chaos. He is throwing a 90th birthday party for his mother on Saturday, and I
3 days
invaded.
No, well, you helped make it possible.
Yes, but I should have timed this for next week after the party. However, so we're not going to go on a complete tour of the house, but we'll do some before and after photos. So I am joined today by Kevin Brinkley, and Kevin is currently living in his parents' home. And so his story is at 51.
Proud of it.
So be proud. And I was like, teamwork.
And somehow our lighting got better.
Yeah. I blocked the sun behind my head. That's why. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So Kevin's parents, about 15 years ago, were diagnosed with Alzheimer's and dementia.
On the same day. Yeah, that was about 15 years ago. Maybe a little less. It feels like a long time, and it feels like it's gone by in a moment. They were, I made my first clumsy attempts at trying to help my parents organize when they both were alive. So I got all of their, like a lot of people, and I'll make this quick, they didn't have a single doctor. They had a constellation of doctors and no primary care doctor. So I got them going to a geriatric doctor, and it was their first appointment when we got the news that Dad had Alzheimer's and Mom had the makings of what would become severe dementia.
That is so hard.
It was a hard day. The doctor hugged me.
Aww.
But I've been able to do it, finding great help and people in our lives who care about us, and I'm grateful for that.
Yes, I'm sorry. And so Kevin's dad unfortunately did pass away.
He passed away in 2020. And after that, I'd been living in California, going back and forth, true chaos. I stayed in Texas to take care of my mom. And part of that job was to deal with their two houses. And one of the unusual problems with parents with dementia, or in Dad's case, Alzheimer's, which is a form of dementia, their homes were full of belongings. And they had lost the ability to organize or to pay bills or to, as time progressed, clean and care for themselves. So getting the house ready was a big part of their care to me. Mom had, on the date of her big stroke that led to dementia, was the date that all of the mail stopped in our house, mail processing, bill paying, because she had always insisted on doing all of that, and she was no longer able to. So we had piles and piles of paper, belongings, all of the issues with collecting things over the decades that had to be dealt with. So I struggled with it for a few years, and then in desperation, I reached out and found this lady.
That is me. So I came in a year ago. So the reason I wanted to do today too is one, we had our consult a year ago yesterday.
No.
Yeah, I looked it up. It was July 23rd, 2024.
Wow.
And so I was like, oh, it's our 1-year anniversary. Let's celebrate it. And so I came in and we did a tour that day. I took pictures of everything, some videos, and it was a lot, but it wasn't as overwhelming. I've been in houses that are a lot more, but they had 2 rooms that you essentially could not open the door. And so, because of paper and different things that were just kind of stuffed in there.
And to explain, I should just add that Dad and Mom were both academicians. Mom was, and Stephanie can testify, Mom was an impeccable record keeper. Everything we found before the date of her stroke was just masterfully organized. But they were both academicians. I'm a lawyer, and paper runs in our veins, which became a problem.
Correct, and that is what that is what we are dealing with right now is paper. So I would say we've probably put hands on 90% or 100% of everything that is in this house, except for paper. But the paper, we have still months ahead of us with the paper. There we go. Oh, thank you. You can hear. Yay! No, I love it. Teamwork. I don't mind.
Oh,
okay, so all right. Hello, Amber. And then Daniel, I hear, and my mom. Hello, Mom. That's so sweet. It's her birthday today,
Michelle
guys.
King.
Michelle King. So if everyone could say happy birthday to Mama King, too.
Happy birthday.
Yeah. And then, okay, so to revert back, we had a challenge on our hands, a fun one.
Yes.
To me, I thrive on this. It's so exciting. And we came in a year ago. We met pretty much every Thursday for the last year. We took I say we, I'm just adding myself to this, but about a 3-month vacation where Kevin had to go deal with California and close out the apartment and bring all his stuff back. Yeah, yes. Vacation. He was still working.
Back, actually,
more
I closed
paper.
out an apartment and was proud of myself. It was my apartment in California and only sent 6 boxes home.
It's amazing.
And they're still unpacked in the garage. But, you know.
We'll get to those one day as well.
It's all paperwork.
Yeah.
But anyway, I only brought more stuff back that was mine after that, and then Stephanie had to help me deal with that.
No, but I remember you telling me, you texted me when you were there, and you were like, I'm a completely different person when dealing with my stuff. Yeah. Like, you said that
I'm ruthless with my own stuff.
Before you met me, you would not have been able to handle that as quickly and efficiently as you did.
Right. And friends can testify.
And friends testified, yeah.
I mean, I've always had severe ADD. Even though I was a practicing attorney and all of that, it's always been with severe ADD. So me being able to go through a very large apartment, get rid of everything, and only bring back 6 boxes was not from my 25 years of managing document review and reams of documents as a lawyer. It was from working with Stephanie.
High five.
So we got it done.
Yes. No, he texted me and I was like at my house and I was like, ah! I did like a little celebration.
Yeah.
That honestly, that's the purpose. When you work with us and you work with an organizer, our goal is that you never call us back. And it's okay if you do, of course, or if you need a reset or a little touch up. But we want to teach you how to maintain your own spaces and create systems. And one of the biggest parts of that is reducing the clutter on the surface of that, but then it's putting things back where they belong and utilizing the systems that have been created. And so where we're at today is we have done about 85% of the work. So we've reduced the quantity by, I'd say 60%, if more, not more, you think? More?
I guarantee you more.
Yeah, because, oh, to go back, I apologize. I was distracted in the beginning. Mama Shirley is so organized. So underneath the surface clutter, unbelievable systems. So this beautiful woman had boxes of fabric that were like labeled fabric, and her sewing stuff was so organized. And she had cards galore that are in little plastic bags labeled of like what they are, like Easter, Christmas, Thanksgiving, etc. And then also she had a closet of gifts that was pure,
she kept
unused
an inventory of gifts.
Yes. And even the files, like when we go back to the files to their diagnosis, everything is labeled, everything is organized down to like exactly what's in it. And there's not been one surprise where I open the file and it's not what the file is labeled as. Like, this woman had an immaculate, organized house.
Which led Stephanie to ask, did she really give birth to you?
No, I've never asked that. Yes. No, you're great.
She is my mom.
Yes. Well, let's go into a few more questions of how has your life changed since the house has become more organized? Like, do you feel like yourself has changed, your systems have changed, your habits? Like, talk me through that.
Great question. And I'll preface it by saying it makes sense to me that you're moving more into the space of helping people with internal struggles as well as external struggles, because I mean, just as I was saying, I've taken away from this year of working with you, and just well, let me finish that thought. I've taken away from this year of working with you skills on, you know, everything from putting things where you'll find them, which is a constant struggle for someone with ADD and impossible for someone with dementia, but you know, limiting the things that you're bringing into the home, making sure that you're donating or getting rid of when you continue to collect, or if you continue to collect. But I think the things I learned from you that have been most valuable, because I also bring to this my own career and working with documents, and even though you know, I've had to manage my own chaotic way, I can say in 25 years I never lost a critical document. But what I have come away from is not just the lessons you've given me, but just watching you. So, and this is a little bit of a plug for Stephanie's services, but what I noticed, what my mom's caretakers notice, boundless energy, stays in motion, doesn't let things sit, and that's how I've gotten through preparing for this party as well. But it takes a special kind of person to do this kind of organizing. Stephanie is patient, non-judgmental. The confidence and the trust I've developed in the relationship means that, well, for instance, I could leave Stephanie alone in my room, which I did for a day, I think, without worrying about it. And knowing that I'll not just come back to an organized space, but I'll come back and she will explain how to maintain it, and explain the system behind it. I've also watched her adapt her techniques for me in particular, because I do have ADD, and so my brain works in different ways and I organize things differently. So those are all kind of specific to me, but those same things that make sense for me on a basic level is what my mom needs with dementia. You know, she needs a routine, she needs consistency, a lack of chaos, she needs familiarity.
Yeah.
And that's what you get from organization. So that when you can't find something and you've got to get out the door, I've done this maybe 10 times in the last week, is to run back to my room and know exactly where it is, because it's the system that we created.
Yay! Beautifully. Thank you for those words. I appreciate that. That's so kind.
Sure.
You've been an ideal client as well. So like.
Oh, I've been a nightmare too.
No. You've been a challenge.
You've struggled with me too.
No, we have changed the system a few times in different areas, and that's perfectly normal. And so I want you guys to know too that just because you organize it some way today doesn't mean it's going to stay that way. Right. And so, like, case in point, I think we organized your kitchen office area 4 times.
Yeah, repeatedly.
Yes.
Because it's also kind of the hub of our house.
It's the drop zone. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not as much things reverting back to chaos, but as we work in different areas, you know, the mess moves if you don't, if you're not consistent with it. And
correct.
What I had struggled with before starting with professional like Stephanie was I would get one room done, it would look spectacular, and then move to the next room. And in the process of, well, at the time I was working a full job and taking care of mom, it's just the chaos would consume what I had organized.
Yeah.
And so that has been one of the biggest difference. That and Stephanie's complete constant motion has been two of the most valuable things, aside from just getting to know you, about working with a professional.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, it's great. I mean, I love what I do. It's so fun. Like I go to work and I just have fun with it, and it challenges my brain to try to figure out the systems and try to figure out your habits so that we can adjust the system specifically for y'all.
Right.
And I think the key for that area was just once we got rid of all of your excess wires.
That would be me.
No, it's great.
Well, me like plus my generation,
yes,
and my parents' generation, the fact that everything's wired,
yes,
and that we're trying to bring technology in, but that can create chaos too.
Yes, and so you need an organized system. And so
yeah.
We will show you some pictures afterwards of the befores and afters, and then post-party we will come back and we'll do like probably maybe a 10-15 minute video of the afters, and I'll incorporate the befores of that too, and so you can just see like everything. Yeah, no, it is exciting. What has surprised you the most about this? Like when you hired an organizer, did you even know organizers existed?
Yeah, no, I did.
Okay. Okay.
Believe me, I had my eye on that resource for quite a while and just wanted to be able to reach out. I did, but I didn't reach out until I realized that it was not going to progress without help.
Yes.
Just because of the sheer volume, I don't think my parents had ever thrown a document away. I learned, we talked about learning things and surprising things. I got greater insight into, I don't really have an issue with hoarding in any way.
No.
But getting rid of documents is scary for me. Because I have survived many an emergency because I could put my finger on the exact document that others might have thrown away, and that helped me at the time.
Yes.
But the cost of functioning in that kind of chaos, even if you have a photographic memory of where you stick things, it takes a toll, and it costs you your sleep, it costs you worry, it costs you stress. And so one of the biggest surprises I've had is just I learned why I couldn't get to any of the things I was passionate about. I mean, since starting with you, Steph, I've started taking classes in music production. I'm taking a language. I'm taking an instrument. Like I said, I go to classes. I never had time for any of this stuff when I was.
I am surprised always when you're like, oh, I went to class, and I was like, after you got rid of, or you've done all the other tasks. And
yeah, because I'm used to dealing with the chaos my whole life.
Yeah.
And there's so much more bandwidth when you can function in your own home efficiently.
Correct. Awesome. I would like to compliment you though, like from day one, your viewpoint of paperwork and your ability to handle paperwork, you've relaxed the reins a bit. And so we had another organizer, Lisa, come in and help with paper a few days, and your ability to let go of some of the stuff, like lighten slack.
Well, two things. One, as it became more organized, I didn't have to be as paranoid about
the fear of not finding it.
Yeah. And plus, what we could see happening in my parents' paperwork as their dementia and Alzheimer's progressed is just tons of fragmentary, like mom went from being able to organize and create a filing system to where there would be multiple files for the same thing stored all over the house.
Correct.
And then as the dementia and, anyone who knows me knows I love my parents. I would not criticize them publicly, but part of dementia that you just have to expect as a caretaker of someone with dementia is that it can breed paranoia. And so there was a lot of hiding of documents that I needed to do taxes, pay bills, and function. So I dealt with that on my own as long as I could, and I brought professionals in, and it's made all the difference.
Excellent. I'm glad we can help.
Yeah.
And that we will continue to help with that paper. So you've mentioned a little bit about like me and complimenting me, so thank you for your. But how is it working physically with me on the day-to-day?
Well, we could bring in
Alan's comments.
We could bring in mom's caretaker to give us her perspective, Kim, who is wonderful.
She's
and
delightful.
a member of our family, basically.
Yeah.
But she's always laughing after you leave. One, because no one else gets to order me around like this. I'm like, once I had trust in you and the substance you brought to the job, I'm going to take a back seat and learn. So she thought that is hilarious.
That's funny.
But what we all have noticed is boundless energy.
Yeah.
And, well, I notice it because, and I don't know why I keep talking about my medical stuff, but another thing I deal with is a host of autoimmune disorders. And part of that is extreme chronic fatigue. And so when I have gone through periods of preparing for this party or organizing the house with lots of exhaustion, like last night, or physical pain, what I've learned from watching you is that by powering through it, and this is a realization I actually had while you were working with us, by powering through it, it's easier, like the fatigue lightens as you see the progress.
Yeah.
As you move, the physical pain in your joints lets up. And so it's been kind of a healing process for me in that way as well.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing.
Sure.
You've also had tremendous strides. Like a year ago, you were like deaf and
no one's
like
gonna understand all of this,
overweight and like you've lost so much weight. You've gotten your hearing back. Like you've had a lot of health like successes.
I've gone from 265, 270.
Yeah.
To almost my goal weight now.
Yeah.
I had gone through major health problems, and that was part of my reaching out for help. I had gone deaf because of a very rare condition, and I lost all my hair. Did I have hair when you were here?
I don't remember.
Okay, I've lost my hair twice last year, but yeah, you just roll with it.
Yeah.
And I mean, this has been part of my healing process.
Wonderful. I'm so glad that we could contribute and help you. However,
honestly,
what little help that big help.
And now
whatever.
I'm in such better shape that like I can go out dancing with friends and actually make it through the evening.
Without head bobbing.
Yeah, well, head bobbing won't work anymore.
Do you have any advice for someone hiring an organizer for the first time?
I do.
And it doesn't have to be me, just in general.
No, in general.
Yeah.
I couldn't give you advice on how you do your job because I've learned so much from watching it. But I think you have to be at a certain point before calling you in, I would guess, just based on our experience.
Okay.
One.
You mean desperation or like?
Well, let's go get through the.
Yep, let's do it.
Family mom.
Okay.
For one, because she's been my focus since I retired and I've been taking care of her. Ironically, because of her dementia, she relaxed and let me do what I want with the house, which means making it safe for her and organized for her. And before, I was never allowed to bring anything in or take it out. I mean, she maintained tight control over this house.
Yeah.
So that was one. She had to be ready to let us help her. I had to be ready. And, I think I had done the work internally to not, I mean, I've definitely clung to some things, but not to cling to things and to try to see the bigger picture of what we're doing. Because loads and loads and loads of personal belongings have gone to donations, and we've been very environmentally conscious about it, but you have to let go of a lot. And so I think you have to be open to what your organizer is going to bring, not in terms of objects, but in terms of experience and advice. You just have to be open.
You have to be ready for me to boss you around.
Yeah, well, for me, I mean, I'm a litigator. I spent my career managing attorneys and or managing myself when I was, self-performing as an attorney in-house. But so I'm just, I will take charge if needed. But for this to be a valuable experience for our time and your valuable time not to be wasted, it's been important to come to this with an open mind.
Whatever. And I think that's an extremely valid point. And oftentimes someone will call me and they'll tell me I'm calling on behalf of my dad, my brother, my sister, whomever. And I'm always asked, are they aware that you're calling me? Like, do they want me there? Because if they don't, it's like I'm useless. Yes. And there's no reason for us organizers to be in there because you're fighting it. And you have to have an open heart, an open mind to release things. Like you want to change. You have to visualize how you want your life to look and then take the actions to do that. And one of those is hiring an organizer or bringing a friend over. One of the really good things with ADHD is just having another body in that house.
Absolutely.
So that you get the work done. And they don't even have to help you. They just have to be there. And that signals your brain, let's work.
You know, as with many things with ADD, I think that is something that everyone could benefit from. I think that a lot of us struggle with focusing on what can be mundane tasks. I mean, this energizes Stephanie because
it does.
because she put so much of herself and her creativity and her talent into it. But you have to be open to the process and ready for that.
One of the fun things, I want this to take off, and I don't know yet how to like verbalize it or like put it out there. I want groups to stop going out to dinner together, going to the movies, going to bars, and I want friend groups to start hanging out and getting these tasks done. Like I love when, hey, let's just go run errands together. And so you go to the grocery store, you go to Lowe's, Home Depot, wherever you have to go and whatever you have to buy, and you do that together, and that's how you hang out, and that's how you like get stuff done. Because so often we have very limited time, and we have extremely limited energy. And so when you combine these tasks, or like, hey, let's come over to my house, I'll make you dinner, and then you'll watch me fold my laundry. You know, like whatever tasks you can't do.
Mundane, right?
But no,
if you're both benefiting,
correct.
I think it can be really powerful.
Yes.
And with someone with ADD, it's just a neurological thing that having a presence in their room, because your mind will wander, to keep you on task is very valuable.
Agreed.
But there are all kinds of ways of doing that. Having Stephanie as an organizer was just incredibly effective for me.
Any regrets? Anything
None.
None? Okay. Want to think about it?
Earlier. I just wish I had started with you earlier.
Oh. Aw.
Because I wasted 5 years. Yeah.
Trying to do it yourself.
I say wasted.
Yeah.
I mean, I made
and you
progress.
made progress.
Yeah. If you saw the pictures of what I moved into, which was a situation where Mom had repeatedly broken bones in her feet from falling over piles of mail before I moved in. And that's not a reflection on her or how she lives. It's a reflection of the progression of the disease.
Yeah.
So it was a situation where my parents were getting injured in their house while I lived in California and was trying to fly back and forth to take care of them. So we've gone from that to a house which is safe, functional, and we can have guests over, like the 40 who might come over tomorrow.
So we have, so Kevin is throwing his Mama Shirley a birthday party on Saturday. Is her birthday actually on Saturday?
No, it's 2 days later.
Okay,
but
does not matter. And so what I discovered, also side note, his story, Kevin's story and Shirley's story was featured in Homes and Garden in an article. And I discovered in that article that she has not had a single party thrown for her since her wedding.
I thought of that during this process.
Okay.
I'm like, I stopped to think.
Yeah.
Mom's never had a party.
Yeah.
Other than her wedding. And man, I missed that one.
Yes.
So, folks, I missed that one. So,
took a second.
I need her to enjoy this.
Celebrate. Be celebrated. Be
Reaching
loved.
90 is not nothing.
90 is huge. Yes. And she is so delightful. So Mama Shirley is also deaf and hard of hearing. But every time I make eye contact with her, she has that slight confusion of like, who is this woman in my house? But then I'll just smile. Weekly, yeah. But then I'll just smile at her, or like I'll wave, and really excited. And then she just gets like a serene, you see the child. No,
you see the
innocence and the goodness, the pureness, and it's beautiful. And so I always love when I am like surprising her. And it was my favorite story of her is Kevin and I were moving. Well, it was something heavy. I don't remember.
There's been a lot of that.
Your the gold plant holder thing.
Oh. Okay.
Into the guest bedroom. And it was heavy and awkward, and the doors were slightly falling off, and so we had to
doors were falling off.
Yeah, it was like it was falling, and so it was making carrying harder, right? And Kevin's like walking backwards into the room, and I'm carrying it in the front.
Can I specify it was the doors of the unit, not the house?
Oh yeah. The doors of the plant holder thing unit, and it's huge. It's like me and Kevin together is still not as big as it. And I make eye contact with Mama Shirley, and her face is just like. And I was like, I know, it's so awkward, and it was adorable. That's like my favorite story with your mother. Okay, so, but let's talk about the party. So you've invited family, guests, neighbors, old coworkers of Dad.
As I got more confident about what we were pulling off, I just started practically handing out flyers in the street. No,
you are invited too.
Yeah, everyone's invited. If you're in Houston, if not, we're going to try to have some kind of remote link. There's a robot involved, but I'm not going to build it because we haven't gotten it working yet. So it's going to be a blast. Cool. We're going to And I should say too that we've never had a party in this house.
Okay.
So
this is
this
exciting.
will be the first party in 30 years in this home. That's a big part of why it's so great to have it organized and ready. And yeah, so that's what's going on. We're inviting everyone over. It's going to be an open house. All of Mom's favorite foods, games. I don't know if Mom would have approved of a prize giveaway of some of her collections.
I know. So,
but we've involved her in all the decision making, and
she's excited.
Yeah, these are things that would be donated, except they amused us, and we think guests will enjoy them.
So, if you had this party idea, maybe what, 2 months ago, or has it been longer?
Was it a month ago?
A month ago, maybe a month ago, 2 months ago.
Yeah.
As soon as the party started, we just started anything we came across that was in its original packaging and we thought an awesome gift. We were like, let's add it to the gift pile. Let's add it to the gift pile. And so it would have been amazing if, so on day 2 or 3 that I was here, we went through her gift closet and we donated all of that. And so it was a lot of Tuesday morning stuff with the price tag still on it.
Local Houston store.
Yeah.
Mom's favorite.
And but a lot of that would have been good for the party. But no, so his dining table right now is filled with bins that have gifts, that have the decorations in one, and then the third one has your serving plates.
Yeah, your organization has infected my party planning.
It's awesome. Yeah. It's the gift that keeps on giving and giving and giving, you know.
Empowered, my friend.
Empowered, yes. Fabulous. Okay. So, anything else you want to talk about Mama or birthday or anything?
No, well, it's her 90th, and we're hoping we can share it with folks here, have a wonderful time, and online. So, y'all come if you can.
Yeah. Okay. So then I think we'll just close out. If you want to head off, you can.
Okay.
But thank you so much, Kevin, for this last year. It's been amazing. And we're not done yet. We'll have more to show throughout this whole house transformation, but it's been a joy. I appreciate you.
All right.
And thank you.
Well, I should say that as my friend, I'm so proud of what you've accomplished.
Thank you so much.
And what your company and you are growing into.
Appreciate you.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. So we're going to do a quick closing out. And as my tagline, so to say, is just remember that organizing is not about perfection. It's about creating a space that empowers you and makes your life easier. And so know that the life, the dream, everything that you've been dreaming about is already inside of you. You just have to let it out. And so I want to thank you so much for letting me walk beside you during this season of organizing. I hope that at least one podcast episode that you've listened to has changed some effect in your life and created change and action. And whether it's a drawer you've organized, your entryway, a closet, or your entire house, I hope that you've taken some nugget of joy and peace and added that to your entire space. And I can't wait to continue with Soulstice Living, and I hope you continue to follow me there. And so this video will be up on YouTube at Soulstice Living, and then also the podcast eventually will be on there. I'm going to be doing, I don't have a set schedule, but different videos of how I do my morning meditation or prayers or just organizing tips and tricks there as well. And then we'll do the Instagram. We are switching August 1st to Soulstice Living. And then you can always find me at soulsticeliving.com, of course. So all of that being said, I again thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate you. I love you guys. I'm so thankful for all the texts and the messages that I've received throughout this ABC journey. And I'm just continuing having fun with all of it. And so if you have any suggestions, tips, tricks, whatever you got for me, send it my way. Love to hear from it. And until next time, happy organizing.